video is the continuation of the previous video on banking for class 10. In the previous video, we had started with recurring deposits account, wherein we learned two formulas, that was on calculating the interest and the maturity value. And based on these two formulas, we learned how to calculate the interest, maturity value and the principal. In today's video though, we will be learning how to calculate the rate of interest and the time period. For that, let us consider problem from exercise 2. For this, please open your textbooks and go through the 8th problem. You can pause the video for a while so that you can read this problem. So you have Mr. Thomas has a 4 years cumulative time deposit account in Corporation Bank and he deposits rupees 650 per month. So here we are given the time period, that is n is equal to 4 years. So 4 years will be equal to 48 months, that is 12 into 4. The next thing is that he deposits rupees 650 per month, so that will be the principal. The next thing is, if he receives rupees 36,296 at the time of maturity, we have to calculate the total interest and the rate of interest per annum. So you are given here the maturity value, which is 36,296 rupees, and now you are told to calculate the interest and you are told to calculate the rate. So the first thing, using the given condition, let us first calculate the first part, that is the interest. For interest, you will be using the maturity value formula itself. So maturity value is given by Tn plus I. So maturity value is 36,296. P is 650 and the number of months is 48 plus I. So therefore the interest will be equal to, I take this product on the other side, so that will be negative. So this is 36,296 minus, let's find the product of this, 65 into 48, which will be 3120, and this 0 will come here. So when you subtract, I get rupees 6905. So therefore the interest, that is the first part of the problem, is the interest is 5,096 rupees. So this is the first part. The second part is to calculate the rate. Now note that rate is in the interest formula. So now for the second part we will be taking the interest formula. The interest formula is given by Pn, n plus 1 divided by 2, r divided by 100 multiplied by 1 upon 12. Substituting the values, interest is what we have calculated just now, that is 5096, P is 650, n is 48 into 49 divided by 2, rate is what you have to calculate, divided by 100 into 1 upon 12. So now you cancel. This is 12 into 2 is 24, into 2 is 48. Then this cancels and I have 5 into 2 and 5 into 13. This and this 2 will cancel with this one. So you see that in the denominator there is just 1 and in the numerator you have 13 into 49 into r. So to calculate r, I have to divide with this numerator, that is whatever is in the numerator will come in the denominator over here. So therefore r will be 5096 divided by 13 into 49. So 49 into 1, 49 into 104 and 13 1 to 8. So therefore r is equal to 8% per annum. So therefore this is the rate, that is the second part. So we use both the formulas to calculate the interest and the rate. Let us consider another problem, problem number 12. You can pause the video and write what is given in the 12th problem. So you have Kavita has a cumulative time deposit account in a bank. Cumulative time deposit account and recurring time deposit account is the same. She deposits rupees 800 per month and gets 16,700 as the maturity value. So here you are given the principal, which is rupees 800, and you are given the maturity value, that is 16,700. You are also given here that the rate of interest is 5% per annum, and here you have to calculate the total time for which the account was held. So another thing that is given is the rate, which is 5%. So the total time for which the account was held is for how many months it was held. That is nothing but n. So here you have to calculate the number of months. So first you are given the maturity value. So we will be using that formula. So I have maturity value is equal to Pn plus I. Maturity value is 16,700. Your principal is 800 into n. N is something you do not know, and you do not know what is your interest as well. So from here I will obtain the interest. Interest is 16700 minus 800 n. Now we will be using the interest formula and calculating n. You could have also used the interest formula in the maturity value formula itself. So taking it separately, I have I is equal to Pn n plus 1 divided by 2 R divided by 100 into 1 upon 12. So this is 16700 minus 800 n, that is your interest. P is 800. Since n is unknown, I will be multiplying it inside. So I have n square plus n divided by 2. The rate is 5 divided by 100 into 1 upon 12. Now we see what can be cancelled. Zeros and zeros cancel. So this is 2, 1 and 2 into 4 is 8. 4 3s are 12. So what is left here is 5n square plus n divided by 3, and you have here 16700 minus 800n. So this 3 I will be multiplying it here. So when I multiply, I get it as 3 times 16700 minus 800n. So multiplying it, we get 0, 0, 1 and 5. 50100 minus 2400n, and this is 5n square minus 5n. That is multiplying 5 inside. This is plus. Taking all the terms on the other side, so I have 5n square. Now both of these terms have the variable n multiplied to it, so I will be adding it. So when I take the negative term on the other side, you will have to add it, so that will be plus 24, this will be 2405n minus 50100 equal to 0. Now this is a quadratic equation, but before that first you reduce it. That is dividing throughout by 5. So I have n square plus 481n minus 10020. 2 because 0 is not going, so this comes as it is. 1 along doesn't go, so another 0, and then you take 10. Next is now you have to find the factors of this number such that when you subtract those factors, I get 481. Since this is a big number now, we'll use prime factorization method. So I have 10020. This will be 5204. 21002 2501. First let us check if you can do it through here. This is 140 place. So therefore the factors of 10020 such that when you subtract, you get 481 are 501 and 20. So now this sign will go to the greater factor and the opposite sign goes to the smaller factor. So you have n squared plus 501n minus 20n minus 10020 equal to 0. So that will be n plus 501 and n minus 20 equal to 0. I am skipping one step here. Next, using the zero product rule, you will be having n equal to negative 501 or n is equal to 20. That is n plus 501 equal to 0. So when I take it on the other side, I have here negative, and the other one is n minus 20 equal to 0. Therefore, n equal to 20. Now note that in banking, you cannot have negative number of ones. So it means this will be discarded. And therefore, n is equal to 20. That is the number of months is the time period will be equal to 20 or n is equal to 20 months. Let us consider another problem, problem number 14. You can again pause the video and read the problem and write down in your notebooks what is given. So you have Preeti has a recurring deposit account of rupees 1000 per month at 10% per annum. So the principal here is rupees 1000 and the rate is the rate is 10% per annum. If she gets 5,550 as interest at the time of maturity, you have to calculate the total time for which the account was held. So note that here you are given interest which is 5550 and now you are told to ask the number of months or the time period. In the previous problem you were given the maturity value. So here whatever is given with is that. So the formula for interest is given by I is equal to Pn n plus 1 divided by 2 R divided by 100 into 1 upon 12. So substituting the values, I have 5550, P is 1000, n you do not know, so I multiply it inside first itself, divided by 2, R is 10 divided by 100 and 1 upon 12. Substituting the values. Now you cancel it. So you have 2 and these 2 zeros will go 2 and 5. Now this will be 5 and will be 6. 2 5s are 10 and this will be 26. Next is I can cancel 5 from here, so that will be 1 1 1 0. So I am left with, so 1 1 1 0 is equal to, I have 5 n square plus n divided by 6. So I can cancel this again. Okay, so now once you cross multiply, I will have 3 2 is equal to n squared plus n. So you have the quadratic equation as n squared plus n minus 133 2 equal to 0. Clear? Now from here you have to find the factors again of 1332 such that when you subtract you get just 1. So let us do that. 12, 6 and 6, 2, 3, 3 and 3. 7. Now 37 is a prime number. So therefore, this is 9 and 4. So this all will give you 36 and this is 37. So the factors of this number are 36 and 37. So that will be n square plus 37n minus 36n minus 1332 equal to 0. The greater sign, this sign, that is positive sign, will go to the greater factor and opposite sign goes to the lower one. So you have n plus 37, n minus 36 equal to 0. So now using the zero product rule, n is equal to negative 37 or n is equal to 36. So which one we will be discarding is the negative value. And therefore n is equal to 36, or you can write that the number of months or the time period is 3 years. So in today's video we have learnt these are using these two formulas we have learnt to calculate the rate and the time period when interest is given and when the maturity value is given. So using the problems which are solved in this video and the previous video, you will be able to complete the exercise. Thank you.